welcome to the barn, P3PE. I don't know if you can see the display back there. It is about 45 degrees in here, so that's why I'm layered up. My name is Cassandra Cunningham. I'm the owner of the organization, and PFP just happens to be a fabulous group that comes and trains at the barn and I coach with on the Erg. As you know, you spend a lot of time and when we're training on the machine, and Coach Amelia here is happy to be the guinea pig of the day and represent as we go through some skill breakdown. These are drills that we talk about every day in class, but just something that you can have for yourself to reflect back on and understand again why we go over it. So the first thing we want to remember is, as Amelia is sitting on the Erg, as she set her feet and making sure that the top of her shoe is aligned with the top of the foot stretcher. Okay, that's the first thing. And again, this is a legs sport. It's a full body sport, so it is important that you're understanding that the foot stretcher and where your feet are is just giving you the leverage to use the hips and legs. I think a lot of us get lost in translation that we have to use our feet to generate the power, and that's not what it is. We're generating power through our hips and our legs, but the feet and how we are with the feet are helping us do so. So keep that in the back of your head as we go through this. So Amelia here is just, again, sitting nice and relaxed, using her abdominals, which is the glue to your glutes and your quads and hamstrings. And as you can see, her hands are hooked around the handle with her thumb underneath. Some of you have areas where you have to put the thumb on top. I highly suggest that doesn't happen because you can't get the leverage with the handle as much. So as she now brings the handle into the body, the most important thing is the first one we're going to do is something called a pick drill. And all she's going to do is just push the handle away from her and bring it right back. And the most important thing as you're doing this is you're taking the energy out of the shoulders and you're putting it into the middle of your sports bra. And that's where the lats are being engaged. At the same time, she's pushing her feet into the footboards, so she's holding her core, utilizing, with holding her core, she's using her calves, her shins, her quads, her hamstrings, and her abs. As she pushes the handle away, she's not stopping here at the front end. She's learning how to immediately change direction coming back, and she's using her lats to do so. The next part, as she wants to add in, is going to be the body, which it comes through her hips and not her shoulders. And we're going to do this in 2, 1 on this one. And now she's going to add swing. So you can see as she's rotating back through her hips and keeping her arms nice and long. I'm going to ask her to do it wrong so you can see what happens sometimes. Yes. So you can see as she breaks and swings back. So now she's going to go back to the correct way, have a little bit more rotation through those hips, and then swing them open. And then the handle comes to you. So she's learning how to sit still in the body as the hands come away. You can see as she's pushing the hands away, she's holding the body still and then following with the hips. So this is great. So now actually we're going to cut out quarter slide and we're going to go right to half slide. So you just kind of go right to the middle size of the track. So right now she's going to hold the knees down, arms over, that's it. And then she's going to push right back with the hips. And she's going to lead with the hips a little bit more right here, push, and keep the hips hinged closed. So lead, push, push. I want you to just push a little bit more with the legs. Push, that's it. Hold it closed a little bit longer and just push, push. There we go. So now she's just figuring out how to just lead, that's it. So it's like you think about the tail of a dog. The dog, tail is down in between the legs. That's because we're kind of then going to lead with the shoulders and back. I want you to lead, have the tail out, proud, sitting right there, and pushing back with those hips. And just push. And that's what it is. It is a pushing sport. So the heels are down. As you know, she's got her wonky ankle, so ignore that. When her heels are down, and that's the most important part. She's learning how to stay connected to the foot plate. She's pushing right there. Nice arms are long. Length is on the track. It's the length of your ass to your ankle. Excuse my French. It is the length of this rectangle that is from the handle to the chest. And it's the connection at the end of how long she holds on to the finish. going to go all the way up. So now she's just having this good sequence coming out and pushing back. Arms are away, hinge closes, knees up, and the chest stays off the thigh. So she's learning how to just push the thigh away from the chest. She's pushing the thigh away from the chest. She's not pushing the chest away from the thigh. She's not opening with her shoulders. She's learning how to lead with her hips in the middle of the sports ball. So this is what we call a pick drill. We're going to go to now a single pause drill that's going to get you to understand how to pause at the finish and why you're pausing at the finish. So on the next stroke, she's going to pause at the finish, and she's learning how to sit still right here. And the first thing that's going to happen is that sequencing out of bow. So she's going to row, and the arms are going to lead, the hips follow, the knees come up, pushes, and she holds it here. Learning how to just sit still at the finish. Row. So you can do this single stroke pause. Go. 5 or 6 strokes over time. Good. And then you can go every other pause, every 2 and pause, 3 and pause. But right now, again, that single stroke pause is learning, is learning how to just sit still at the finish. The next part, this next one, she's going to pause and arms away. Arms away. And this is now reminding to sit still at the finish, allowing the arms to do just so. And when I say row, the next part is she's going to close the hinge, beautiful. Close the hinge and come all the way up. So it's that sequence again of why we're pausing. Go. So most of you that I've seen before really don't understand, and just go continuously, how to pause at all. Pretend you're driving a car and you come to a stoplight or stop sign. You guys pause like you're going through the yellow stop sign. Or you roll the stop sign. Now, it's forever stop sign. But what I want you to do is actually stop. That's the pause. So she's going to pause on the next one again. Go. And you can see she pauses and she holds it. Good. Go. Yep, that's it. Row again. That's all right. We're going to keep going. And on the next pause, she's going to pause the body over. Pause the body over. So now we're applying pausing at the finish to arms away to body tilt. And all she has to do is just slide and then press. Slide the arms with body tilt. Good. Go. So you can see how patient she still is with the body, the arms, and now tilt. Go. This position, why do we tilt at body tilt? Why do we pause, at body tilt? Go. Is so our hips are locked. They're set. You're not moving anywhere. Go. The only thing that's happening is her knees are coming up and her chest is tall. Go. So we pause at body tilt to lock the hips. Go. Good. Let's go continuous. Go. And now number 5. So you can see as she applies it all into place. And then our last pause on the next stroke is going to go up half slide. Go. Half slide. On this one, she's going to pause at half slide. So now it's all together. Go. And all she's doing is just allowing those knees to come up. Go. She's applied pause at the finish. Go. She's applied the arms away. Go. She's applied the body tilt. And now she's going right in the half slide. Go. And all she's doing, continuous now, no more pause. Just learning how to, again, set the body. And the handle continues to move. It never stops at the front end. It never stops at the back end. But the body learns how to stay controlled in the back end and the front end. So let's just kind of have a quick recap. On the next one, she's going to pause at the finish because we set the body and we allow the arms to lead. Go. The next pause, again, is arms away because the body sits still and the arms lengthen out. Go. The next one is body tilt because we lock the hips. Go. And the last one is half slide because everything's intact and we're just go. Slide catch. She's going to continue right here. These are very simple exercises to work with arms only, to body swing, to half slide, and then understanding where the pause is for your body. A lot of this should be done feet out. It helps you with your core. When you feel that you want to start adding more pressure and pieces, go ahead and put your feet in. We'll start with that. Good. And let's pick it up here. Good. One of the things that we want to learn how to do is, if you listen, I'm going to stop talking for a second. If you listen to the change of how the flywheel is. So right now she's at a 19, and we're going to keep this here. And I'm going to ask her to add pressure without changing the rate. She's adjusting her feet right now. It's fine. It's good. That's okay. Yeah. And she's adjusting her feet right now. And she's going to hold this 19. She's putting all the drill work together now. The handle keeps moving. But I want you to listen to the flow. She's going to add pressure without changing the rate. And we're going to go 2. And 1. And I'll hold the 19. She's at 21, and we're going to drop it one more. Good. And now listen to the floor. You hear the boom as she's going. And the breathing. That's what we have to work on. The breathing. The oxygen needs to get to the lungs. It helps the blood flow in the legs. And as she increases the rate, she holds on to the leg. And she's going to increase the rate with the power on this one. Good. That's it. Making sure that's it. And stays calm. She's gone literally from a 20 up to a 29. And she's gone from a 157 to a 149. And we'll take it down. Good. So in time, in your session, you can learn how to change rate. And again, rate is speed. If you don't know how to add the power, you're going to have a hard time increasing the rate. And when the rate comes up, the split needs to come down. If the rate goes down, the split will go up again. It's understanding where those numbers are a hit or miss with a +1, -1. And go ahead and wind up. Yes. All right. I think that's it. We'll start with that, and then any other little tutorials as we move forward, we'll go from there. Okay? Good. All right.